couple days ago on August 12th was my 1-year anniversary of feeling like I got fucking raptured or something and sealed on the forehead or some weird shit. And it was about this time last year I started coming out of my coma, and I feel like I've gotten far. I feel like I've fucking covered a lot of ground. And I don't know, here's just some cool things. This video gets fucked up at the end, but
it's only going to get weirder. The level of contradiction is going to rise excruciatingly, even beyond the excruciating present levels of contradiction. So I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. And at that point, novelty theory can come out of the woods, because eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on? It's just too nuts. It's not enough to say it's nuts. You have to explain why it's so nuts. I look for the invention of artificial life, the cloning of human beings, possible contact with extraterrestrials, possible human immortality, and at the same time, appalling acts of brutality, genocide, race baiting, homophobia, famine, starvation, because the systems which are in place to keep the world sane are utterly inadequate to the forces that have been unleashed. The collapse of the socialist world, the rise of the internet, these are changes so immense, nobody could imagine them ever happening. And now that they have happened, nobody even bothers to mention what a big deal it is. The mushroom said to me once, it said, this is what it's like when a species prepares to depart for the stars. You don't depart for the stars under calm and orderly conditions. It's a fire in a madhouse. And that's what we have, the fire in the madhouse at the end of time. This is what it's like when a species prepares to move on to the next dimension. The entire destiny of all life on the planet is...
So, yeah, you know, it's just kind of time to talk about this because, you know, people have been talking about it forever. And the only reason people can't imagine what hell would be like or imagine that we're in a video game is because they've put it in front of us in fucking movies, so that we would hopefully not have the balls to go through our darkness in our minds and start putting these fucking things together. Pretty cool. This is that shit about people in the backyards. This was cool.
Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, and I don't care if anybody feels some type of way about it, but I'm going to put that out there. Did you know that if you bury a loved one in your backyard, that your house now is zoned as a cemetery, and you no longer owe property taxes, as well as you're no longer part of any HOA or any government anything. Your house is a write-off. It's tax-free on any upgrades to your house, and they can never take your house after that. Generational wealth. It doesn't matter if you default on your mortgage or anything like that. They can never take your house from you, ever. They can't take it from your kids. They can never take it. So think about this. Back in the day when you watch things like Wyatt Earp and the movies, they go out back and they bury, you know, their loved ones in their backyard. When did cemeteries become a thing, right? Probably around the first war when we needed money and we instilled, like, you know, war taxes, property taxes, all the bullshit, right? So cemeteries became a thing. Why? Oh, because they needed property tax. And they wanted you to pay a lot for funerals. When people used to just do cardboard and, you know, bury people 6 feet under and put them close to their house. But now they have you pay for a plot of land, pay for a tombstone, pay for a casket, put you in debt basically for a funeral, to put your loved one on a property that's not yours. Because if you put them in your backyard, then you no longer owe property taxes and your house is no longer owned by the government. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm just putting it out there, just letting you know. I also just wanted to side note that you don't need any government or anybody's permission to do this. You just need a funeral director and a death certificate, and then your house is zoned as a cemetery. You don't need anyone's permission to do this.
So yeah, why wouldn't we start doing this to help fight off BlackRock? You know, if you would go and watch this show, Supernatural, you'll see the Leviathans as what they are. A collection of really shitty entities. And they look very, very, very real in the sense of they're an active collective, not one monster buried in the fucking ocean, the way that Christians have been brainwashed into thinking it is. It's just, you know, recenter your focus. If you think that the Leviathan is one entity that is inside of the ocean and that that's not a Cthulhu, why don't you look at what the truth looks like in the show Supernatural? And why don't you watch the Leviathan Collective take over our food supply, contaminate our water supply? Why don't you watch them and literally watch BlackRock? There is a whole fucking episode where a realty company run by Leviathans that looks exactly like what BlackRock is doing, buying all of our fucking homes. Oh, it's so bad. Until you can see through these shows, you cannot even understand why shit like this looks very
Shapeshifter.
Y'all, so tell me this isn't suspicious. So her face is gonna morph like some other videos that I've posted.
That it might actually be
and I just want you to see how this shit goes down.
Predicts how much longer they'll live. I know, but I also know you want to hear what she has to say. The doc says if these people don't get help or straighten up fast, I haven't pre-read any of this. Brittany won't make it to the age 30. Lindsay won't see 25, and Michael Jackson has no more than 5 years left. At the other end, Angelina's going to have a long, healthy life. And so will George Bush and Nicole Richie.
If you're not already bipolar,
now it cuts away,
Are they yelling at me?
and now they're talking about how they're talking to him in their earpiece.
So if you're not,
excuse me.
I could hear Lisa yelling.
And watch as it goes back to her.
Story. It's okay. Just stop it.
She's pointing at her face. Like, am I shifting
if you
here?
weren't already crazy, wouldn't you be made crazy by being called bipolar? And I think that would just feed on itself.
I don't know, guys.
I think that by
You cannot even fucking imagine how badly I'm pissed off having to realize what the fuck has been going on here. And then the trickle-down economics of it is that it's the fucking news anchors. It's the fucking show producers. It is the fucking writers. It is literally huge collections of celebrities and people like fucking news anchors. Bunch of fucking reptilians on here talking shit on bipolar people because this is what the fuck they want. Got people like Stephen Colbert out here talking shit on everything, and he kind of looks like a reptile. He throws Jeff Bezos clan type energy vibes that I don't fucking like at all. And it's an awful shame when you fucking actually open your eyes and you start looking at direct weapons, direct energy weapons all over the place.
Why on
And you
God's earth?
can't even tell what's making us burn in hell. Is it a culmination of all of our fucking past life bullshit that we're all just here paying for to wake up and realize that's why this is so bad? Or is this more of they're harvesting our fear and our fear is making it really hot? Or are they just using their over 150 weather modification services? Gotta look at HARP, gotta shut down HARP, fuck CERN, They are controlling our weather, and they are fucking with very bad things to be fucking with. And these people, these fucking Catholics, are the root. So are the Jews. Whole Abrahamic branch of religion needs knocked the fuck down.
Earth would a statue of Molech, the pagan deity of child sacrifice, be displayed at the Colosseum, celebrating the ancient city of Carthage, where burning children alive was a common practice? And how could I even possibly link this to chemtrails? Allow me to explain. For 6 months and 3 days, there's your 3 sixes, surprise, surprise, from September 2019 to March 2020, right before you know what jumped off, exhibition visitors at the Colosseum in Rome were greeted by a giant statue of possibly the most evil deity ever worshipped, Molech. You know, the same Molech that Hillary Clinton emailed John Podesta about sacrificing a chicken to. Anyway, Carthaginians, which this...
Literally. Then she's out here talking about the tomb of fucking Gilgamesh. Like, are you fucking kidding me, guys? Hardcore conservatives and patriots out there who don't turn off Fox News. You remember all of that shit? You remember all the fucking Podesta emails? Look at it. It's fucking serious shit.
This exhibit was supposedly celebrating, actually called Molech Baal, spelled B-A-A-L. Now, Baal is also the god of weather, rain, wind, lightning, and seasons. It just so happens that the top 2 particulate aerosol metals being sprayed in the skies every day by complete psychopaths manipulating the weather, aka chemtrails, are barium symbol Ba and aluminum symbol Al. And when we put Ba and Al together, what do we have, kids? That's right, we have Baal. Just another crazy conspiracy, or just another set of dots the size of the sun and the moon connected by yours truly? That's for you to decide. Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But don't forget, signs and symbols rule the world, not words nor laws. Hey guys, if you made it this far, shoot me.
Pretty interesting shit. Where in the hell did my one... Yeah, they're fucking clothing our kids in, like, fabric that's actually, poison. You know, it never stops.
So today we're going to talk about clothing and frequency, and what you wear actually determines your health. And the highest frequency clothes are linen, wool, cashmere, hemp, organic cotton, and leather. Linen being the highest of all of them. They actually used to wrap people in the hospital with linen when they had wounds and any types of issues, and they would heal overnight because all the beautiful light frequency that comes off that linen would heal them like that. It's also the solution to restless leg syndrome, which actually can be caused by these lower frequency materials such as rayon, bamboo, polyester, nylon, viscose, acrylic, and also fake silk. All of these lower frequency materials can actually cause an electrostatic charge to build up on the body, resulting in restless leg syndrome, which is why people have a lot of sleeping issues because of...
Like when you're a mother and you find out that all of your food and your children's food are poison. When you find out that everything that you are wearing is low frequency garbage and poison, and we have shoes cutting off our energy source to the earth, and then the shit that they give us to wash our clothes in is poisoned, and everything. Like, I don't know how I personally could have taken all of this any better. Because I feel like I know a lot of people who think they're normal, who would literally flip the fuck out about this if they weren't too big of pussies to actually look at it and accept it and try to help everybody do something about it. Whole spiritual community is ready to fucking go when normal people are. They've been talking about this shit forever, and I can't believe it. I literally can't believe it. I'm gonna turn this off because, you know, wasting my fucking time.